photography on easy mode, I think is all of Italy, but specifically here, everything in this city is older than the entire country of Canada, including these IKEA outdoor furniture sets. Oh yeah, I'm gonna come back here at nighttime. It's gonna be a night photo. I don't have a tripod, so it's gonna be handheld night photography, but so I lined up my focus point with the light up there. And that's the photo that you get to see that I don't get to see yet, but that's the game. Great morning out here. Yeah, this city is incredible. Every single turn, every single door, every single wall is a photographic opportunity. Definitely very spoiled out here. So basically this just mounts over USB-C, and it's a simple kind of hard drive thing. Just pops up, just drag the images over, and you're all good. Good morning. We're out here, bright and early. To get the good photos, you gotta do the things that other people don't do. Just waking up way too early and coming out here to the city of how do you say it, sir?
Civita di Magnoreggia.
And we're just gonna sleep out here. See if we get a sunrise. It's a 50-50 shot today. Here we are. This is the certified official spot of photography this morning. There's a few lookout points up here that are very nice. You get the full vista. But what we discovered is these leading lines make a heck of a lot better photo. And with absolutely nobody up here on the bridge, it's just us. It's so weird. No one. Not even an eagle.
Are you waiting for dinosaurs?
Yeah. Like it looks like it, right? This is a Jurassic Park viewing platform. Camera's not on.
Yeah.
The stance is just as important as the photograph. I think that this is going to be one of the photos for my parents right here. We then headed down to the Amalfi Coast and stopped in a city called Positano. I'm sure you've seen it on the internet before. It is beautiful. I enjoy it. Try to come before peak tourism season. If you're here for photography, it gets really, really busy once summer starts. But if you're there a little bit earlier, just after everything starts to open again for the season, or maybe come a little bit later, it's just something that I enjoy more. But if you enjoy being there for the beach, then maybe disregard all of my advice until we were there for a wedding too, by the way. That is on my channel if you want to watch the behind the scenes wedding day. And that wedding actually got featured in People magazine. So that's pretty exciting. Back to the film photography. We then headed into Rome for a wedding photography convention called Way Up North, which my friend Cole Roberts runs. And if you're a European wedding photographer or from North America and you're looking for an excuse to visit a cool European country and expense it to your business, maybe check out Way Up North next year. 2 conferences every year, usually one before wedding season begins and usually one after. Come see some friends, have a nice time, learn some things, and visit a city that maybe wouldn't have been on your list. I feel like Rome's kind of on everyone's list, but it's not always at Rome. That's why it's called Way Up North, even though North is south. Started in Sweden. And I thought it would be fun to switch it up a little bit and to shoot some black and white. So I started with a roll of Lady Grey 400 by Lomography. That's DJ Flashdance in the bottom corner there. And Focal, a company that I'm a part owner of, was actually a sponsor of Way Up North, which was why we were there. And Lachlan had to go on stage and talk about things. And I got to not go on stage and not talk about things, which I kind of enjoy, to be honest.
It's so important, and that's really what we try to capture in our website.
This is Magic's 6 Photography Challenge, and what do we have here?
First time the hipster here, and I'm the underdog because I have just 30 frames, so let me just meter this.
Okay.
So is it started now already, right?
I can start in like a couple seconds if you want.
I think that's fine.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
You can go watch that full challenge on Magic's channel if you're interested. Lindsay and I are the models for the challenge, and we are photographed by people such as Sam Hurd, Everbay, Lisa Devlin, and more. It's a fun video. Are you enjoying your time in Italy doing film photography in black and white?
This isn't black and white.
So it started as a joke, but it's become nice to just go to Irish pubs. You're in Rome. Why not visit an Irish pub? I don't know. It's fun for us. We make all our friends do it now too. And I'm going to switch off to Tri-X 400, away from the Lady Grey. If you want to see more of Lady Grey. So this episode is actually part of season 2 of our film photography road trip with Richard Photolab. If you want to go back to season 1, you can actually check out a full episode that I think we shot on Lady Grey after dark in Copenhagen, at Way Up North in Copenhagen. So I guess that's a continuous tie of these episodes. We're always at Way Up North. And now back to the film photography outdoors. I would say overall Tri-X is actually my favorite black and white film stock for just general variety of different applications. I underexposed the crap out of it this time for some reason. That one came out okay. That one's fine. First few, not so good. All user error. I really enjoyed the look and feel of this film stock. What a camera shot, right? I should be professional. Hey, Sam Heard.
Press it, like slide it upward. I'm gonna park some cars. Blue Jays game this way. $20 parking. Just very normal things happening tonight.
Wish I had some color film here. There's a really nice hotel sign. It's a bit of a bummer.
How are you enjoying Venice?
I'm enjoying this Venice pizza.
More or less than Las Vegas?
I do love CPK.
Let's get a count on.
Next day we're going to be heading to Burano, Italy, which if you're familiar with it, it's bright colored buildings, so black and white photography there made absolutely no sense. I wish I had something that was a little bit more saturated than Portrait 400 for this part of the trip. Ektar maybe? I don't know. I don't like Ektar in most situations, but I feel like it would have played well today. Portrait 400 is what I had, so that's what we shot. And I would recommend to get over there bright and early if you do want the streets with no people on it, because it gets busy really quick. So take the first ferry, go take your pictures, then hang out, grab your coffee, grab your breakfast, grab your morning. It's a cool spot. So one of the things that I really enjoy about photography in the rain is that you get those nice reflections off of surfaces that would typically not have a whole lot of reflection, such as these stones, this pathway. I think it looks a heck of a lot nicer like this. An excuse to get out even if it does look like it's going to rain. You're like, oh, it's not going to be a great day. Turns out the day is probably going to be better, at least for your photography. You know what? Maybe the Portrait 400 does work here. It's a little bit more of a muted pastel palette. I'm also overexposing everything by one stop, or sometimes even a little bit more. Overexposing in film is better than underexposing. Unless you want those really dark and gritty images, then underexposing is great, but overexposing unlocks a little bit more of those pastel-like images that you're seeing in this video. Also, the images that you're seeing in this video, as I mentioned, all developed and scanned by Richard Photolab, and I haven't touched them. I've cropped a few and I've straightened a few, but I haven't touched any of the colors that they've given me back, which is, I don't know, it's incredible. I also use their Richard's Way scanning, which is the cheaper option they offer. Now back on the boat, loading in some T-Max 400. And I know that I said Kodak Tri-X 400 was my favorite black and white film, but I am very, very happy with how this T-Max 400 came out when scanned in by Richard Photolab. After 2 nights in Venice, it was time to head to Florence. Florence is one of my more favorite cities in Italy, especially in terms of larger cities. I would say it's maybe my favorite. And I don't actually know why. It's just the feeling that I get. And I talk about this a lot in business, that sometimes your clients and your couples will book you based on a feeling that they're like, we just like you. And that's how I feel about Florence. We will do black and white photography, but we're going to do that a little later because it's a bit too good to pass up right now with this light. Leica M6 and the wafting curtains. Here we go. Photo number 1. I'm kidding, I didn't focus it, but I'll do that and I'll tell the screen now. Back to Lady Grey 400. There's no color in the scene anyways, so might as well go black and white. So maybe you can see visually why I enjoy Florence so much. We've only really explored a couple of city blocks so far in this video. And the other reason that I like Florence a lot is because of its location. So it's in Tuscany, which is central-ish, I guess, Italy. But there are so many small cities and villages that you can explore. And I would recommend, while the train and the rail system works incredibly well in Italy, I would say to get a car and to get yourself to some of these places and to just go on Google Maps and just find a spot that looks interesting and head there. Even if you've never heard of it before, I bet you'll be surprised and it'll become one of your favorite places in Italy. And it'll be like, I love that town called Perry that no one's ever really been to. And there's only one restaurant there. And that restaurant only gets 4 of every menu item every single night. And when it's gone, it's gone. So you gotta get there early and no one speaks English. I like that.
Quando stai male ti fai fare il biglietto.
So here's a fun one. This Rolly 35 is one of the smallest film cameras ever made. And it is a bit confusing to load your film into it. And there's a hidden battery. It took me a minute to find.
Oh, weird, it goes. Uh-oh.
And I should have just watched a YouTube video because I probably could have done this in 20 seconds and the demo wouldn't have just been
very easy
jump cutting madness. Oops. But I looked at it, I was very convinced that, yes, of course, I know how to load this film into this camera.
I did it once.
And as it turns out, oh, I got it. There we go. Now we're ready for some film photography. So I think it's safe to say by this point in the video that we've lost the complete concept of doing photos for my parents. And now we're just having some fun with film photography instead. Infinity, the 2 meters. Bye. See you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye, Sam. See you. Test roll 1 complete. Off to Richard Photo Lab. Processing. Not the camera, just This is the credit sequence for the film photography video. Now all the credits are rolling on the right-hand side. I can't afford to license that song.
Well, if I sing it badly enough, they won't know.
Bye, Sam.
Only time.
Okay, he's mine.
It's yours now. Take it back.
He's mine.
He belongs to Magic. Don't lose him.
In my heart.
Forever.